The content of this meeting is being sent to a third party. Got it.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
Are they going to make snippy summaries of our work again?
I wonder where I put my phone. Preparing to live stream the meeting. I don't know if it's actually live streaming yet or not. Oh, that's somebody.
Midjourney, show me arms.
No. Hey, we are actually streaming. Hooray. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, we are not streaming what the description says, unfortunately. Manager. We are playing Acid Death Fantasy. Edit stream description. Acid Death Fantasy. Great. Cool. I've never run or played Troika before, so this should be cool. um, Let me read the little intro. We have you both have access to the PDF, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. I have a large hotel TV that
Oh, I had many questions. Or actually just one question.
I
A
turned
giant
the
many-eyed orb floating above the computer. Here, sorry, play.
I yanked the HDMI out of the control system they have and jammed it into my so
Okay.
lot of big light coming in also. But the cord is very short, so I have to sit close to it. So while
Oh
I'm
no.
doing so many arms.
A little time.
Yeah, so Troika. Troika is an RPG. Um it is basically you make weird little dudes and do stuff with them. Um the setting here is basically like Dune by way of heavy metal. Um there's a lot of unknown history, a lot of weird stuff going on. So I think the easiest thing to do is just to go through the character creation stuff. The system is super easy. It's just a like roll under for everything. So let's go ahead and claim one of the columns in the character keeper, which I have rethemed to match the cover of Acid Death Fantasy.
Oh, cool.
Um, cool. So, character creation. Roll 1d3 plus 3 to determine skill, which is on line 5.
Second.
I pasted the roll room there too.
Oh, we got a new. Okay. So 1d6 plus 3. Determine what? What's this for?
This is for skill.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I rolled a 4. 1 plus 3, the lowest thing I could get.
That's
Sorry, where did you post the or
I just threw them in chat in Zoom here.
ah
I should also post it
there
to
it
the
is.
message
Okay.
channel so other folks to look at them at the measure. My browsers. I mean, not used to having just one window. There we go. network here is quite slow. Hmm. I had a surprise game of Mothership this afternoon.
What
I
is
forgot I'd
Mothership?
signed up for it.
Oh.
It's a horror sci-fi game.
Mm.
You're like, oh god, give me investigating a casino ship full of mutated rats. Awesome.
Yay. New friends.
It's pretty fun.
Okay. Gotta,
Um, cool.
I rolled a
Skill,
d6 and halved it +1.
yeah.
So got a 2. No, wait.
Nice.
Oh, it
Three
was supposed to be
divided by
D3+1. Sorry.
Yeah, D3 plus what? D3 plus 3.
D3+3. Okay. I
Oh,
rolled
D3.
I rolled a D6 and got a 1, so I'll assume that's a 1 on D3 as well.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Then we're gonna determine stamina by rolling 2d6 plus 12.
Ooh. $21.
Ah, ah, ah.
6 plus 12.
Yeah.
20.
Nice. Ben, did
Merge
you
these two
add your
rolls.
D3 to that 3 for the skill? There it is, 5. Great.
Yeah.
And then for luck, it's 1d6 plus 6.
Okay. 10 for me.
What do all these things mean?
Wait a
Who
second.
knows?
1d6 plus 6, you said?
Yep.
And what is that for? That's
That's
for
for
luck.
luck. Yeah.
Okay. My luck is 10.
Nice. I'm going to read off the things you have for your starting inventory. You get 2d6 silver, and your inventory starts on line 29. Inventory in this game is interesting because you can carry 12 slots worth of things. If you want to grab stuff while you're like in combat or something, you have to roll to see if you can get under the number of where it is or over the number. So the stuff up top you can always get, but if there's something buried down in your pack, it's harder to get when you need it. So put valuable things up top, like if you need arrows or whatever. So to get your silver, you have a knife.
Dinner is ready.
I didn't get that first.
You have a lantern and flask of oil. I think that's all one.
What was silver again? Sorry.
2d6. Lantern, flask of oil, a rucksack, and 6 provisions.
And silver.
Should coins go or silver go into the coins slot up top? Or
Silver goes into the coin slot. Yeah, you don't need to put that in your inventory. And the last thing you have is a 6 provisions. I think that goes the provision slot there. Rations. Yeah, that's what it is. Great. And then the next thing you do is roll for your background. There's
good.
D66, so there's 36 of them in the Troika book. We'll be using the ones in the Ask Death Fantasy book. So go ahead and roll 2d6 and tell me what the 2 numbers are.
Oh, okay. One moment.
Uh, 63.
6-3. Would you like to be a reptile tamer?
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're in luck. That's what you are.
And I rolled a 46.
46. How does a hermit sound to you?
On brand.
Great. So you will get advanced skills from your background. I'm gonna copy paste these into chat for you. Hermit. And here is our reptile tamer. There are also such things as Water Witch, Titan AI host, Hairless Bear, Sandworm Riders, Shaved Bear, Nanite Sand Agent, all sorts of good stuff. So you'll put those in. Oh, did I paste that?
Oh man, got distracted by copying the description. Advanced skills or philosophy. And spell. Right.
So you get, some of you have extra possessions. Reptile Tamer gets 2d6 trained lizards.
I
And
have no
1d6 lizard
possessions as a
treats.
hermit.
um, 3 in lizard taming, 2 perform, 2 forge, 2 navigate. The hermit does get spells though. Nice.
Yeah, 3 random spells.
Yeah. Cool. Let me pop open the Troika book here, and we'll find the spell table.
Hope it's spread related.
Great. These are D66 rolls again. So let's see what your first spell is. Roll 2d6 for me.
Spell number 1 is 41.
41 is grow. That causes an item to grow half its size again if it fails to test its luck. Lasts for 3 minutes.
Okay. Spell number 2 is 65.
Ward. Ward is a handy spell only requiring the flick of a wrist. In response to being fired upon, the wizard may cast a spell to cause the missile to be deflected. That's handy.
So I can be giant and unattackable. 56. Same
56.
total, different numbers.
Shatter. Shatter. The wizard may wildly gesticulate at a brittle object no larger than an umbrella and cause it to shatter into a million pieces. Living targets may test their luck to avoid this unpleasant smell.
Oh boy. Wow, so I'm like a really attackable
Yeah, that's pretty good.
build hermit.
Great. I think that is character creation.
Good.
Missing anything?
Let's see. Yeah, Ben, can you copy your skill set, I guess, into that?
Oh, okay. So, navigate. Oh, no. Okay, navigate to, forage to, perform to, perform. Okay.
Taming
And
3.
3 for lizard taming.
All right. Well,
Question about. Oh, interesting. Okay, wait. Oh, I see. So
Yeah, so you add that to your
To
skill.
skill. I was like, where are these numbers coming from?
Oh yeah, so for our hermit, those numbers go in the rank column, and then they'll add that to your skill for the total.
oh, cool. Oh, it'd be nice if I hadn't rolled the lowest possible skill. So I can do lots of attacks, but
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Each fits in a small purse. And okay, sorry. So my lizards. Do each of my lizards take up an inventory slot?
That's a great question.
I feel like
lizard tamer, reptile tamer. Each fits in a small purse and knows one trick perfectly.
or are they supposed to be individual?
I think they all
purses?
fit in. I think you have a pouch of lizards.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds more reasonable.
Infinite pouch of lizards.
I like your definition of reasonable.
I'm gonna.
It's a very uh,
Oh, okay, cool. Got that.
Oh, I see. So I add it on.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Advanced skill descriptions. Do we have anything here? Nope, no descriptions for those. Great. Philosophy is philosophy. So, how does this game work? We're only gonna be rolling d6s.
Okay.
When you need to roll something, you're going to roll 2d6, add them together. Rolling under is the throwing of 2d6 with the intention of scoring equal to or under a number. This is most of the time if you just want to do something in relation to a skill. So if you want to, if you need to test philosophy, for example, you'll roll 2d6 and hope that you get under an 8 or under.
Find any excuse for that.
So there's that. Sometimes you'll be rolling versus. So that's for like combat and stuff. You'll roll 2d6, add bonuses, and then compare, and the highest one wins. There's a bunch of advanced skills. Those add total to that. I think for things that you don't have special skills in, you just roll. You're rolling for your skill. Luck. Luck is going to go up and down. That's your character's fortune and intuition. To successfully test your luck, you roll equal to or less than your current luck score. When you test your luck, you reduce your luck by 1, whether you succeeded or not.
Oh no.
Testing your luck is always optional. You may refuse to roll and instead accept your fate. Every 8 hours rest, you get 2d6 luck that cannot exceed your starting luck. You can.
Oh, wait. Is the split cells for stamina and luck intentional? Like one is your total and then the other one.
Oh, yeah, you're
varies?
starting in your total. That makes sense.
Okay. I started merging cells and I was like, wait a minute.
Ah,
Just as you were saying that, I'm like, oh.
those are there for a reason. You can test luck in combat for various things. You'll test luck against death sometimes. Stamina is basically your health. If you are at 0 stamina, you're knocked out. You still have stamina. Yeah, so you could get healed or whatever. You regain 2d6 stamina if you sleep for 8 hours. You can eat a provision to get 1d6. Some video game rules, I guess. If you ever go below 0 stamina, you are dead. You may immediately make a new character while others mourn your loss and fight over your possessions. We'll do combat stuff when we get to combat if we do that. Actions. That's all combat stuff. Damage. You can carry 12 things. If you carry more than 12 things, you take penalties to rolls, basically. Getting better. Life is learning, and you cannot experience it without growing in some way. When you successfully use a skill, put a tick next to it, and next time you have to rest, we'll roll 2d6. If it's over your skill, it increases by 1. You can also train and learn new skills if you find someone who is willing to teach you, who has a higher skill than you.
Gotta max out philosophy and then max this
Yeah.
character.
Fine, philosophers. Bunch of items. There's the spells we talked about. There's a cockroach spell. That's cool. Enemies, great. Monsters and stuff. Else? Nope. Great. So that is all the setup we need to do. So let me. I wonder if I can share that screen. So we have a map. Share that desktop. Is everyone seeing a map?
Mhm.
Great. That is the map of the wastes here. The middle is basically a bunch of sultanates of the thousand sultanates, or 10, yeah, thousand sultanates. They're a bunch of little city-states that war against each other on petty things. There are the East Coast. There is a plastic sea. That's not water. That is plastic.
Ew.
Little dude there is a coated man. People dip themselves in the plastic and live in a coat of armor. um, Around the Sultanates are the wastes. There are giant worms in the wastes and all
New
sorts
friends.
of fun things over there. Over in the west, there are these titans from some old war that's been long forgotten that are kind of buried in there. Up north, we have jungles with ruins and azure apes. And down south, I forget what's down south. What's down south?
Handle.
Southern wastes. Oh yes, the slough lizard lanes. Cool. So there's just like a bunch of weird stuff here. Stop sharing. I'm not screen sharing. I said stop share. Am I still sharing? Nope, we're not. Great. Stop share. There we go. Cool. There is very little guidance as to what to do with all of this stuff. So in the back, basically, there's a fun supplement generator and stuff to do. The interesting things stuff to do are have a campaign in this setting. Great. Play with 1,000 supplements. Maybe being a counsel for one of them or helping one of them fight against another one. Roaming around the wastes trying to find cool stuff. Hooking up with one of the little factions around there, the apes or the lizard guys. Being street trash in Shurpak, which is the main city. Yeah, so there's lots of things. So we have a hermit and we have a reptile tamer.
That classic duo.
Yeah, the hermit, the reptile tamer, morning
Yes.
zoo.
Bow, bow, bow.
So
Yeah.
there are a couple questions in your descriptions there. Our reptile tamer, what's your name, reptile tamer?
Versal. Versal door. Yeah.
Versus door. So you've learned the art of taming the reptiles of the wastes, teaching them tricks and ensuring their loyalty. Great. Why did you learn reptile taming?
Uh, hmm. I think I was part of a a theatrical caravan,
Nice.
and I got left behind accidentally near probably in the wastes where I've since
Excellent.
lived, or wherever the hermit is, I think.
Yeah. The hermit left it all behind to meditate in the desert heat beneath the hungry sky, subject to insects and beasts and bandits. Why do you return from your hermitage?
Well, I went ahead and gave myself the name Carrion Door.
Carrion door.
And I think it's that I learned my brother was in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that was kind of the one thing that could have brought me back from this is like, okay, who's
Nice.
shown up on my doorstep? Okay.
And what have you learned in your isolation?
Ooh, this is interesting. I wonder if before he was kind of deep in the politics of the sultanates,
Mhm.
and I think in his isolation and philosophizing, he has learned how insignificant his part was in that.
Mm.
Yeah, it seemed really important at the time, and then it's like, oh no, this is just like the Brownian motion of politics in this world.
Yeah. Let me roll up which sultan you were working with. Um, Halim, gift to all peoples.
For notes.
It's the Twitch chat. Halim.
Sorry, Peter. You
Yes.
you were like playing politics.
Yeah, that's what occurred to me.
And then you left.
Yeah.
And now you are even more assured that you are nothing in the scheme of
Yeah,
things.
I think so. It was probably like, I just need to think about things, and then the sort of abyss of nihilism opening up. I'm just like, oh no, I need to stay here. I'm gonna sit around with the insects.
Are we related?
Brothers, it sounded like, or was that what you were intending?
Peter?
Hey, guess who's muted? Okay,
Oh.
it's me. Yeah,
It's
I had
you.
assumed that we were brothers.
Great. Awesome. So Versal, you were left behind.
Mhm.
What
Mm.
what was the name of your the troop you were with?
Uh, uh, um, the rainbow effluence.
Sounds like there was a lot of people they left you behind accidentally
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
And
or
did
hmm,
go for it.
or was I dropped on purpose?
Yeah, or accidentally left behind.
Yeah.
For now, all you know is that you were dropped, but we may find out later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where so did Versal go seeking out Carrion for help, or did carrion come upon him, or were you was there like a vision, or did someone send for
I'm
someone
wondering if
else?
if like some old friend in Halim
Hmm.
got wind of something and was like, you probably need to track this guy down.
Nice. Oh, maybe did Versal, did you go to the Sultanate and looking for your brother after you got ditched?
Uh,
Yeah. Of
yeah, yeah.
course, I'm now realizing it could have just been a vision. I need to start
Yeah,
being less
either way.
practical about things in future.
Um,
That's the lesson of the desert. Be less
Lesson
practical.
of the desert.
It's like the desert's
Um,
like, no, I want you to be more practical.
Hard to live here.
Uh, yeah, yeah. So I got left behind. Uh, realized I was in a lime. Uh, and started looking around for my brother, who was like, "Oh, wasn't he here? He was." Uh, yeah.
cool. Yeah, maybe you were maybe Versal or Carrion was sent for with a vision to come collect his brother.
Excellent.
Great. I think that vision was sent by someone that you worked with in the Sultanate.
Okay.
What was their name?
Oh, let's see. Is there a name generator here? I guess not. Well, there is. Oh, there are titles. Uh, let's see. I will say it is uh, Gulek.
Nice. Gulek is a water witch. Um, they have some mutation that allows them to flawlessly find water, which is very useful for the Sultanate.
Yeah.
Um, they can run and sneak. Cool. So Gulick, tell me where um, it seems like it's one of the lesser sultanates on kind of like on the edge
Okay.
near the wastes. Where on the clock of of the map of the sultanates
Let me see. I gotta
is
find the map again.
Halim?
Um, let's see. Looking at the map now. I think southwest, like nearest the playful worm going around through the
The
desert.
playful worm. Excellent. Paste the map in Messenger. Um, cool. And that's down near the lizard guys as well,
Mhm.
conveniently enough. The slough lizard lings. Let me learn a little bit more about them if I can. They're there. Slough lizard lings. There they are. Oh yeah, slough lizardings. Bind pitiless killers, binders of lips with cacti needles. Great. Um, that's gonna be cool. Great. So, Gulek the Water Witch has said like, oh yeah, it's fortunate that you came here. I'll send for your brother in a vision. You eventually come on back. Um, so if you're in the Southwest, you're kind of like on the border between the lizard folks and the old gods, the fallen uh, titans, basically these like kind of mechs that were used and these things are like city sized that have fallen. Um, so a couple of things have happened in your absence.
Oh
Fashions
no.
change as
Oh yeah.
they do um, constantly, and the uh, sort of competitive fad of the moment between the sultanates is who can um, basically lay claim to the deadliest dungeon, whatever that means. And so, in your absence, the Sultan has been, without the guidance of your wisdom, and has been sending people out into the wastes
Oh no.
to search for things, especially to the west, because there's all sorts of wrecked kind of like magical techno
Yeah.
industrial ruins out there. Um, and uh, they did find something.
Oh no.
Um, it's not clear exactly what they found, however, because um, they did not come back. What has come back, apparently some old ruins were disturbed,
Yeah.
and um, automated defenses have been um, following the source of the disturbance and have been doing little incursions on the
Oh
site.
no. Oh no.
Um, so you two are probably the most equipped to do something proactive about this.
Oh no.
The ones that they've set out there are chumps, basically. Uh, Gulak has offered to guide you, I guess, um, in the direction. So uh, Carrion's probably okay in the wastes by themselves. Crystal
Yeah.
probably less so.
Oh.
But having a water witch along with y'all is probably not a bad way. And I think in addition to be able to use the dowsing staff to find water, they can also use it as kind of like a general divination tool as well to sort of help point you in the right direction. Um, so yeah, what do you say? Halim uh, herself, the Sultan. It's there's 1,000 sultanates. Some are old and large. Yours is not old and large. Yours is you know um, a few hundred people at best. Um, and so it's not difficult to get audience with Halim, and she's like, "Great, you're back." I I understand that the petty squabbles of our seem meaningless to you, but it is it's a matter of survival for us to not only gain status in the eyes of the other sultans, as we require their favor for trade and resources and safety, um, but also now we're being threatened by an external force. So if you have any regard for your former home, your assistance would be appreciated. If not, that's your decision. We can find another ally somehow. What do you say?
Um, I'm trying to figure out if there's Oh, can I use philosophy to try and argue that the compensation for this will be a position for my brother?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's use the mechanics. Cool. So your philosophy is 8. So you want to roll 2 dice, 8 or less.
I don't feel good about this.
Better than even odds.
10.
A 10. Great. What happens? What happens when we? Is there anything
What do we
specific about?
fail?
Actually, let's do rolling the dice. Mm, great. Um, so Halim is the gift to all peoples. Favor is not gained from the Sultan Halim through bargaining, only service. And in fact, this suggestion has kind of put you on bad footing with her.
Fair. I should have wanted to do this task out of the goodness of my heart and love of the Sultan.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
And what what's a proper punishment for this impudence?
If we do not succeed, we will be killed.
That's a good one. I mean, you may be killed anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Do you have other family in the Sultanate?
Oh, I think let's say our father is an invalid.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because of whatever, maybe he was injured or mutated or something,
Yeah.
serving him in the wastes, and as such, he is in sort of an honor position because of his
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
happened to him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's missing a limb, maybe he has extra
I
limbs.
think he kind of doesn't see reality anymore, or he
Oh,
sees
yeah.
into some other plane all the time.
Maybe his eyes were kind of burned out by
Yeah.
some sort of radiation out there, which gave him like bonus psychedelic vision sight, which is great for being a seer. That's who sent the vision to you, actually.
Oh.
But not great for like being a person in the world. And I think, yeah, not that your brother will get a position if you do it, but your father will be cast down from his position if you
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
And he will be forced to make his own way, which is going to be difficult.
That.
So our father is like like in the scenario, the Sultan is on the throne or dais or something, and like father is like sitting on some cushions nearby, just like
Yep.
muttering to himself. And every once in a while, someone's like, "What should we do?" And he says something somewhat coherent.
Or just like poetic and cryptic, and they're like, "Yeah, of course, yes, that's." Cool. What do you think about that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, honestly, I think it's a sort of, well, it was worth a shot kind of thing. I think honestly that's a relief, because I think I was already seeing this as like kind of, I imagine Carrion going into this like everything about it seems bad. Like going back here seems bad. It's part of the life he was trying to abandon, and it's like he just has that gut bad feeling about it. Of like they're going to want something and then we'll probably be killed.
Okay. So sorry, I'm just putting so our family business is politics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
like I tried to run away to Hollywood and like couldn't and like came back home. It's like, yeah, I didn't really, I'm just saving up money before I go out again. Right. Okay. Yeah. Just getting a picture of the family, the Door family. Yeah.
Cool. So I think since the Sultan assumes that you're going to accept, you're put up in your old chambers and treated lavishly.
Oh, that's so
you get a a night of food and drink and rest and spa treatments and whatnot. Yeah, and then in the morning, you and Gulek can set out to the western wastes there.
Can
Um,
we buy any useful supplies before we go?
yeah,
Yeah.
of course you can.
Buying a weapon might be.
Who needs a weapon when you've got philosophy?
The true weapon is the mind.
Are there things to buy? Items, look at that. Items.
Have rations.
Got rations. Um,
Let's see. This is part of
there's not a cool.
Troika.
What kind of weapon would you like to have?
Let's see. Oh, there's not really a price thing here.
No.
I mean, honestly, well, let's see. I was honestly thinking more about armor, maybe, but yeah, a weapon so seems straightforward.
Mm,
I feel like he should have a staff.
yeah, I think part of the reason that the folks that get sent out are wiped out is because what's the Versal, what's the kind of like fashion in the Sultanate?
The fashion. We're in the Southwest.
In the Southwest, yeah.
Yeah. I think the fashion is, well, very easy to just say, sort of Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We're near the word. Let's go like, like mock Arabic Dune style.
Mhm.
Just like, jalabas, robes,
Yeah.
lot of cotton.
A lot of cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why, partly why folks had a bad time in the quote unquote dungeon is because there's they kind of like you said, the war between the sultanates is kind of fought with fashion and politicking and not necessarily
Oh,
armies. And so
yeah.
the best delvers they sent out were like probably the first ones were like politicians or advisors who were out of favor. And the armor is not really a thing that they're going to have.
Oh, okay. But now they've sent a philosopher, so
Now they've sent a philosopher. Boy, howdy, they better watch out.
I like that. Yeah. No one ever says they should have sent a philosopher, right?
They should have sent a philosopher. Yeah, so throw a staff on your sheet there.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that's a two-hander, so I can't have both a staff and a knife. Well, I can list both.
Put them in your pack. Yeah, you can always grab one out of your stuff.
I need to. Cool.
Oh, that's why I was searching for armor, but it's ARMOUR. There we go. Armor. Cool. What about Carrion?
Besides
Versal.
I have a knife, and
Knife.
I kind of want to say like, I don't know. Not that I'm imprisoned. Well, here's what I was thinking. After that bad philosophy roll, maybe as part of that, the Sultan was like, oh, like, I mean, he knows Carrion, I'm just a kid, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, okay, like you go out, Carrion, and like, as a bond for you, like I'm keeping your father and brother. And then I like escape
Nice.
to join the expedition. So I just have my knife with me. I didn't have a time to.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You weren't in on all of the lavish preparations for the
Yeah.
trip.
It's like this piece of wood or this piece of wood. You and Gulick debating staff.
Staff. Cool. So we head out into the what is it? The graveyard of the old gods. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a bit of a trek through the wastes. For starters. Gulick unerringly is able to lead you to not oases, but like springs, or if there's a little bit of digging involved. So water and supplies is not really an issue on the way there.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Let me roll some fun stuff. See what happens here. Oh yeah, great, perfect. Awesome. Each of the enemies has a little MIEN
Man,
Mien table that says what they're doing when you come across them. Oh,
I have to double check the pronunciation. Mean.
It was
Oh,
mean.
mean.
yeah, you're right. I've been
Yeah.
pronouncing it
I
wrong my
don't
whole
think I've
life.
ever said that word out loud.
Oh.
I've read it a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Yay. Thanks.
cool. Yay, reading. I'm gonna bring this back up here, so I don't have to crank my vector reader thing.
Yeah.
Great. So it's a day or two of travel has been relatively uneventful. What do the brothers talk about, like catching up? How long has it been since Carrion went off to their hermitage and Versal went off to join the circus?
It can't have been too long if you're already kind of a kid. So maybe a couple of years.
Yeah.
What's one thing of note
yeah.
that each of you that's happened to each of you in your absence?
What's one thing? Sorry, what?
Just like one thing of note that's happened to each of you during your time away.
Oh man. I think Carrion had, like very strong premonitions of his own death. Like I think it's probably like on the time scale of like weeks or a month, but different fantastical, like trippy creatures coming to tell him the same message, though maybe with the date slightly varying from one to the next.
Awesome. Versal, how do you react to that? Your brother's pretty good at the visions. Your family is.
Yeah. I think I just kind of like nod blankly at that. Like it's just like a lot of information for a 14-year-old. And I think like, oh, okay. Like, well, like this one I taught to mimic like the last sound he heard. And it's like yes, like you offered information about your life. I'm offering information about my life. Like,
this is what we do.
Yeah.
How much older is Carrion?
Oh man. Like a little unusually older, I think, but nothing crazy. Like I'm thinking 6 or 7 years older.
Cool. So like
okay.
in your 20s,
Yeah,
early 20s. Tricks are single discrete routines your trained lizards can perform and do not need to be predetermined to do it on the fly. No more than one activity. Interesting. Did you roll for how many lizards you have?
I did.
How many
I got
do you
10.
have? 10 lizards.
Yes.
Great. Oh, and your lizard treats give you plus to lizard training rolls. Fantastic.
Mhm. Yeah.
New lizard
I can
thing.
train a new lizard if I have a week, and yeah.
Lizards being stupid can only learn one trick. Great.
Little
Cool.
editorializing.
Versal, what's your thing of note that happened?
Um, yeah. Um, I mean, besides the lizard tricks, um, yeah.
What's one thing that happened with the circus with the rainbow effluence?
Well, yeah. I think I uh, fell in love with one of the acrobats in school.
Mm,
Yeah.
what was their
Uh,
name?
uh, um, Fearsome.
Fearsome?
Yeah.
How did they reciprocate?
Uh, yeah, a little.
A little.
Yeah. Well, we were teenagers and the circus. So I'm sure we like kissed and talked about our dreams, like, you know, I don't remember what her dreams were. Uh,
Maybe were they involved with someone else in the circus as well? Maybe someone
oh,
who was interested in you being out of the picture?
uh, uh, or I think uh, their parents were running the circus. They were like
Hmm.
the ring masters, and they had plans for Fearsome
Hmm.
that did not involve uh, me or anyone. Yeah,
Or anyone at all.
yeah.
Cool. Fun. Um, I think Gulek just listens. Gulek also has a couple spells. Um, great. So it is I think the morning of the third day. And yeah.
I got distracted by trying to generate an image of Pearson the acrobat.
Gulick leads you to again a small spring. There's a an outcropping of rock that it's basically like it's almost like a little natural basin that's formed, and water bubbles out of it, and it is fresh and cool and clear. Hmm. You both have luck of 10 right now, right? Who drink
For
who
now.
drinks first?
Oh man.
I think I do because
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
also I've gotta like take each lizard out and give them a sip.
Oh,
Ooh.
Like I've got a whole routine.
Do you drink before they do?
Yeah.
Great. Would you like to test your luck?
Yes.
use the
Great.
mechanics. Use the
Roll, I think it's 2d6, right? And then you want let me
Or
double check
less.
here. Testing your luck. To successfully test your luck, you must roll equal to or less than your current luck score on 2d6. Great. So 10 or less should be fine.
I mean, what are the chances?
Yeah. I mean,
Almost infinitesimal.
seven. Great.
No one could even calculate.
How could you even count up that?
And I lower my luck by one
You lower
for the
luck by
test.
one. Yeah. Whether you succeed or fail, you succeeded. Great. Um, you bring the water to your lips, And as you're starting to take a sip, before it even enters your mouth, it makes your lips a little numb, and you immediately stop.
Oh.
Someone, and this is, um, the water is still cool, clear, and like pristine looking, but you know that it has been poisoned. It's not that there's something wrong with the spring. Um, Someone has intentionally poisoned this spring. What do you do?
I oh no. I'm playing another teenager. Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Carrion is probably putting a cup into the water.
I dash the water back into the pond and yell without thinking about who might be listening. I yell, "Poison!"
And Gulek just turns pale.
Oh no.
And just like pours out their water skin.
Oh man.
Um,
So I think I kind of take them both aside and say, it might be in our interest to fake our own death at this point. Whoever did this to us.
Let me get a philosophy roll. I'm curious if Gulick buys that.
I would not be surprised.
Get an 8 or less.
8 or less. That's a 12.
Yeah, Gulick is super, super not into it.
That's not
does anything fun happen on a critical?
On a very bad
A
fail.
12, on a very bad 12. Let's see, 12. There's a lot of number 12s in the book. I think that's just a failure. Yeah, Gulick, not only shakes his head like no, but he climbs up on the rock and cups his hands and yells, "Poisoner, show yourself!" Can I get one of you to roll a d6?
I should probably do it since I'm the one that got us into this. That's a 4.
4. Mm-hmm. Okay, how does combat work?
I love that I argued for an idea so bad it got us into a fight.
Let's see. Cool. So initiative in Troika is neat. I'm going to there's an initiative tab over here. Oh, you have one henchman. That's nice. Player 1, player 2. So basically we make a stack. And each player puts in, if we were playing in person, we'd have a little bag of dice or stones or something. Each player would put in 2 tokens for their initiative, and I think each enemy each enemy has an initiative score. That's right. Oh dear. Okay. They get 3. Enemy, 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 enemy. Great.
Are we going to get?
Henchmen. So basically, they each of you will have 2 actions. They're going to have 3 actions. Do I do it for each or for? Oh, okay. No, I'm adding more tokens to the stack for them. Sorry. There's that one. me. Great, great. There we go.
Indeed.
So they're going to have some actions, and there's an end of round token as well. So basically, I think the way it's intended to happen here is that we will shuffle them and take the top one. Randomize range. Great. Player two
Wow,
gets
cool.
to go first. Look at that.
Oh, no.
Player two is Carrion. So, what Carrion sees before anything happens is a glint of metal
Oh no.
behind these are kind of this isn't like desert. This is kind of scrubby wastes behind a rather close by outcropping. The glint of sunlight on glass, and you see that some sort of droid has a laser rifle trained upon Gulek.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Is the droid bigger than an umbrella?
Oh, you rolled a 4, right? I put too many guys in there. Hang on.
Whew.
Let me take those ones out. Let me take those ones out. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. Is the droid smaller than an umbrella? It's person sized.
Okay,
It's not
okay.
necessarily person shaped, however.
Yeah, let's see. I don't see a way to use philosophy here.
Although is the rifle part of the robot
Oh yeah, it's
holding
its
it?
own thing.
Interesting. Let me roll a luck die.
Okay.
1 to 3, it's part of the robot. 4 to 6, it's holding it. It is holding it. Is a probably humanoid-ish robot holding a laser rifle. So the laser rifle is definitely smaller than a umbrella.
Ben, I think I'm gonna try to shatter the rifle. I
Yeah.
have less
Nice.
than even odds on that, but I don't really have a
Uh-huh.
lot else going on. I
Yeah.
don't think
Fantastic.
I can reach the guy in time with a staff.
Awesome. So Shatter, you have
Six.
at 6. Great. You can also
Bad.
use luck, I believe, right? Let me look up the luck rules again.
Oh, that'd be
So in action, hit someone, shoot someone, cast a spell, delay, move, retrieve item, use an item, grapple. Great. They are in cover, so there's going to be a penalty.
Oh no.
So, how do we use luck? Using luck in combat. You can test your luck and add 2 to your damage roll. And you
But
can use
not
it to
to the
break
act.
ties, not to the act. Great. Oh,
Yeah.
you're casting a spell, you're not shooting, so cover is not going to matter.
Okay, that's relief.
Cool. So, yeah, 2d6. You want a 6 or less, unusually enough.
6 or less on 2d6. 6,
A
exactly.
6. Fantastic. Yeah, what does shattering this rifle look like? Does it just like fall apart? Does it kind of disassemble itself?
I think since I got so close to the edge of what was valid on that, I think it's the smallest possible change that could incapacitate it. Like there's just kind of a click inside of the mechanism somewhere.
Just like things fall apart.
Well, except I think like it should be like that. That's how the spell should work. But it's more like a space about this big shattered, and it just happened to be one of the mechanisms that it needed to actually work the rifle.
Excellent. Yeah, and like there's an audible like click, 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 click. And Gulick sees what's happening and is in combat. Great. Player 2, fantastic. Let's get this column out here. This one. Yeah, there's that many. Cool. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put you at the bottom here. Try to figure out the easiest way to do this in a table.
Oh yeah. You do that.
And then I'll just randomize the ones on top. So I'll randomize it each time so we're not like looking
Yeah.
at what's happening. Great. Shuffle range. Okay.
Oh,
Is it enemy one or enemy two though?
oh no.
You roll again. It's just one die. It's the other one. Okay. Not these. Right. Yeah, so that one, and Gulick like turns and looks and kind of raises their hand to do something. Um, but a blast comes from kind of from their side. Enemy skill, character skill. Great. Down thing, initiative two. Ooh, okay, cool. Yikes. So this is going to be a contested role. I don't know what Gulick's skill is. Let's find out what it was. Skill is.
Why do they hate God hates Gulick?
He's just up there. Can someone roll 1d3 plus 3 for Gulick's skill?
Uh, I can do that. Again, I feel like I got us into this. 3 plus 3. And rolling that. It didn't understand that. 23. Sorry. This is, still didn't understand that either. Nope, didn't understand that. Why? Why? D3, 6. It's not understanding anything. I don't. Okay. Thank you. Wait, what was that?
No, sorry.
1,500.
Yeah. Wait, 1d3 plus 3?
Mhm.
I
Okay.
had understood that. I'm sorry, that was just a random thing. So,
Yeah.
1d3 plus 3 as that skill. That there we go. Oh, Ben. Worst possible roll.
One, so they have a 4 skill.
Yeah. Oh, you rolled that earlier as well. Okay. All right.
Great. Let's see. So they're gonna roll versus. What's their? Oh Jesus. Okay. Someone roll 2d6 for Gulick and add 4 for me.
No. I can see what horrible thing happens to Gulag. 2d6 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling that. 8.
Okay, 16 beats an 8. Wow, that's too much. That's a lot. Damage as laser rifle. Laser rifle. Laser damage. Is there damage for a laser rifle somewhere? I hope so. Rifle. Fusel, maybe? No. Let's see, is there a laser rifle in the book here? Pistolet. Damage as laser rifle. There's no damage for laser rifles, as far as I can tell. Rifle. Oh, there we go. Okay. So many things to look up. Oh man. Yikes. Okay. Let me roll a d6 to see how much damage that does then. Oh, not +9. Just a 1. Cool. So that is gonna be 4 points of damage. Can one of you find out how much stamina he has by rolling 2d6 plus 12?
Well, Ben, could you roll this one? I feel like I've done enough damage to this poor guy.
22.
22, great. So he gets hit in the arm with a laser blast from the other side, and gets knocked off the rock. So you've been ambushed by a couple of guerrilla robots. Guerrilla. Let's see who goes next. Pull the next stone from the bag. Step here.
Oh no.
Please. I know there's a better way to do this, but this is what we're doing. End of round. Okay. End of initiative. So we'll put everyone back in the bag and see what happens next. Enemy one. So the one without the rifle now, which is really good for you. What does he do? Let's see. I think he gets up and advances. He comes out from behind, or it comes out from behind and starts coming at you. You don't see any obvious weapons.
Oh no.
How is the form of this robot, this droid, different than just like humanoid?
But it is human, vaguely. Oh, it's human
It is
size, you said.
vaguely humanoid, yeah, but it could be changed in some of the ways.
I feel like it's made of worms.
Ooh. Yeah, like then it is definitely like metal or plastic or ceramic or something. But yeah, but it's as it's taking its full move slash turn to come at you, and as it comes close, you can see that it's like made of kind of living cables and just like writhing around.
Oh no.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it. Great, randomize that range. And it approaches. It's at you. So
no.
it's gonna try to worm its way into your heart.
Yay. The real weapon was love.
Yeah. Let me see. 1 to 3, it's gonna be you. 1 to 3, it's gonna be you. Let me roll a die here. Yep. Yeah. So Versal, this worm robot is upon you. You don't have any sort of grappling skill or anything, right?
Nope.
Great. Then just roll 2d6 plus your skill.
I got
12.
12.
Oh, they rolled a 1 again. Plus 9 is a 10. So great. You are going to do damage to it as unarmed, which means we look at this table over here. Unarmed. Roll a d6 and see what we get. You want a 6.
Let me see if I can convince the computer. I got a 4.
A 4, great. These guys are nasty. Yeah, so it is upon you. Tell me how you get the upper hand on this kind of worm robot.
It's just like mechanical worms.
Yeah, it's like a writhing mass of cables and stuff.
Well, I think I just grab onto one
Mhm.
and like yank it as hard as I can. Like I'm
Nice.
like I'm pulling out a sweater.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, cool. One. Um, yeah, and it just feels like just like a sweater. You're pulling and pulling and pulling, and there seems to be an unending supply of this living cable, but you've got it kind of in your grasp. But it is definitely just like Terminator on you. It is now that it's on you and you're kind of like wrestling with it. If you were just straight up kind of like wrestle guy wrestling, um, it would easily overpower you. It is mechanical and strong and determined to make sure that nothing lives in the
Oh
wastes
no.
here. Um, Great, good job. One of the interesting things about combat is that on your initiative you can make an attack. However, if you are attacked and you win, you get to do damage. So you can hit any number of times if you're attacked, even if you don't attack on your turn. And the initiative's back to player one. So that is Versal. What would you like to do, Versal?
Oh. Uh, well, I think I would like to cut or like just like jam my knife into the one who is trying to worm me, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
any particular skill in cutting?
Uh, I don't.
All right.
Um, uh, or I wonder, I don't know, can I trip him into the water? Uh,
Uh,
well,
you can. It's probably not going to do anything, though.
yeah,
This
yeah,
was their poison. They poisoned the
yeah.
well. They probably have a reserve of it inside of them somewhere.
Oh God.
Okay.
Cool. So roll 2d6 and add your skill. A 10.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh, and they
13,
roll one d plus
unfortunately.
Oh,
10.
Unfortunately, the very strong robot got the better of you this time, and uh, oof, boy, um, they will do. Whew, their grasp is strong, and they'll take 3 stamina off of you as you're kind of pulling one of the worms out. It stops trying to just sort of like wrestle,
Mhm.
and it grabs your wrist and just twists.
Oh
And
no.
it is like being, it is Terminator strong. It just grabs it and just
Mhm.
like effortlessly turns your hand, wrenching it.
Ow.
Ouch, indeed. Back to initiative. Uh, Clear one there. Me again, same one.
No.
Um, yeah, and now that it has your wrist, uh, it reaches for your throat and does the like try to like see what part of this little thing come apart. Same thing, 2d6 plus skill.
Got an 11. Oof.
19. 19.
Oof.
Yikes. A 1 though, so it only does 1 point of damage, I
Oh.
believe. Yeah. That's you're small and wiry. Not as wiry it is, of course. So you're able to like kind of like slip. I think you're able to slip your wrist out from it too,
Mhm.
which again causes some damage. Let me take that enemy out there. I can build a better character keeper thing for this. Enemy two. I think enemy two is back there with a laser rifle.
Yep.
I think it takes a shot at takes a shot at carrying. You're probably the other closest because like is on the ground. And this is, let me double check how the shooting works.
And I can only use ward against projectiles, right?
Oh yeah, I think this counts as a projectile.
Oh, okay.
Laser counts as a projectile. It's fantasy. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, cool. So 2d6 plus your skill, please. Or do you want to tell me how your spell works again?
I'm trying to look it up right now and not having great luck.
What was the name of the skill?
Ward?
Ward.
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong.
Oh yeah, two different
I'm in
books.
the wrong document.
Ward, handy spell only requiring the flick of a wrist in response to being fired upon. The wizard may cast a spell that causes the missile to be deflected. Yeah. So let's see if they hit first.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus your skill.
And my skill is going to be 4, I assume.
Ooh, they got a 21, so it's they're gonna hit you.
Okay.
And they're gonna do double damage if they hit their old
Okay.
sixes.
All
So
right.
let's see if that word works.
Okay.
It'll just be 2d6 under six.
6 or less. No, I'm going to get the shit shot out of me.
Yikes! Yikes! Cool.
Oh,
Damage table there.
can we use luck to, or like, can we spend luck?
Yes. Let me see how. Oh, geez, that's really bad. Let me roll damage here quick first. Oh, we roll a 1 for damage again. So that is going to be 8 points of damage.
Wow. All right.
That is the lowest damage it
does.
But it doubled the damage. So four is the lowest damage it'll do too.
Wow.
Yeah, the laser rifles are no joke.
Yep.
Using luck in combat.
Yeah, it looks like it's for breaking ties.
Breaking ties and doing extra damage. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Let's get back to initiative order then.
Oh boy.
Boy, these robots are no joke, it turns out. No wonder those other guys got their shit rocked.
Turn.
Let me see. Randomize. Player one again.
I'm sure Dad, with his visions of the future, has a second family. I know.
I know how this ends.
Versal, it's your turn. You've slipped the robot's grasp momentarily. What would you like to do?
Gosh. I mean, I kind of want to run. But
yeah, I was about to say,
running is not a bad idea.
Fleeing an option here.
Fleeing is 100% an option.
Yeah. Is Gulick?
He's off the rock at least.
Yeah, he's off the rock. He was knocked off. He's not incapacitated or anything.
Yeah. What are the rules about fleeing?
I think that's just going to be moving. Are you just running across the desert away from the
it seems like there's no cover right here right now.
There's cover you can dodge in and out of, I guess. It might be what kind of test would it be? Maybe using your navigate to, I can see an argument for that, to sort of get away. You can make a lizard bigger. Yeah, tell me what you want to do to try and get away.
Well, oh God. I mean, it's hard to run in a game where like you're not sure about initiative, right? Because it's just like who knows when Peter's character might.
Right.
That's kind of the family thing, though, just to run away from our problems, right? Uh, um, I don't know. I'm gonna do one more, just one more. I'm just gonna try to attack one more time.
All right.
We'll see. And then I'll run.
Let's see.
Uh,
You have a 14 to beat.
okay.
So that's 2d6 plus 4 to beat that.
Oof. I got a 10.
A 10. Yikes. Cool. This is a grapple boy. So let's see damage here. 2, which means I think that's just where's my damage table. Yeah, GM screen. That's just another point of damage. 1 point of damage. It's still like
Yeah.
I think they're not built for up close combat. They're built for like shooting people with a laser rifle. And so it's kind of like clumsily grappling at you. Yeah.
Oh man.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it is unlikely that straight up fighting is going to beat these guys. Let's see. Next up is enemy 2, who takes another shot.
Yeah.
Let me see who he shoots at. That's going to be a shot at the one that is getting grappled. Versal. There are rules for firing into melee, though.
Oh no.
Is it going to hit its buddy? Oh, geez. Okay. Great. Can I get 2d6 plus your skill?
Okay.
Beating a 12.
Oh yeah, I could.
It's
Possible. It's possible. I got a 12.
Ooh, a tie.
Oh.
Would you like to test luck to break that tie?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's also a 50-50 chance that the other robot will get hit.
Oh, yeah.
oh man.
Well, those are worse odds. That might help us more than no one getting hit. Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah.
So now it's a coin toss whether
Mhm.
oh man.
Great. So 1 to 3 it hits the target, 4 to 6 it hits the robot. It hits Ben, unfortunately. And that is going to do regular damage this time. It's going to do 6 points of stamina. So laser blast grinds across your back, and you can like you can feel it's like it's not just the heat. It feels like there's actually like some sort of like spiral projectile in there. It's more like a hard matter kind of a blaster blast instead of like laser. Yeah, but that sucks. Getting hit with that is a bad vibe. Fortunately, you have a lot of tokens in the bag there, and it's back to Carrion.
I guess I'll try and kill the laser rifle.
Shatter the laser rifle.
Does if anyone has better suggestions, I'm all ears, because 6 or less is just not great already.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do to tweak that roll in any way. But that just feels like the best thing I can do right now, right?
It's not a bad thing to do. Taking the big damage dealer out.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try this. Roll a 4.
Boom.
I rather.
Yeah. And this time it does like it's kind of like the rifle kind of like a disassembly diagram, just kind of like floats into a bunch of different parts and then falls to the ground. There's, even though they're like kind of like these cable worming things with the lenses, like across the desert, like the two of them just kind of like look at each other.
Oh,
Wizards,
gonna have
Jesus
to strangle
Christ.
these guys. Jeez.
Cool. Coming up on bottom of the bag here. And me too. Let me make a yeah. So there's one, two, three of you. There's two of them. Yeah, I think they realize without their like there's some sort of the one that's grappling Ben kind of stiffens up. And as they kind of look at each other, you can tell there's some sort of communication happening. Um, and it's not even they're not even they don't run. They just kind of like and both turn and start walking in like a direction parallel to where you're going. There's like these we don't have the capability to efficiently dispatch them.
Oh
We
no.
will hunt them in a different way.
Hmm.
There are a couple disassembled. Well, there's lots of parts of laser rifles on the ground. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, look at that. Cool. Gulick dusts himself off.
Gulick is not our friend now.
I mean, he's the one that brought them down on you.
Yeah, that's what I
Yelling, show
mean.
themselves. Like, oh yeah, we'll show ourselves. Bang, bang, bang. Um, oh, too bad he didn't get to attack. He's got some fun stuff.
God, he never got to do anything.
Yeah. Cool. This water is poison. It is no good. And Gulick like kind of does the he's got his dowsing staff. And I think to there's like a leather wrap around or a linen wrap around the middle of the staff. And to douse, he kind of like unwinds it from two ways and holds the staff. So it kind of like is on a pivot. And that's when it points to the sort of like northeast.
Oh, okay.
Like, all right, it'll be another it'll be a thirsty march, but water awaits us.
But we're in such great shape right now that
um cool. I think let's call it there. I think that's a good place to end. Yeah, those I did not realize. I look at the stats of those reps. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks reasonable. Like, oh no, they're very very difficult. And originally I rolled 4 originally. I was like, oh, that's too many.
oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we can pick up on the track at some other point. Great. Let's do a quick look around the stars and wishes then. I'll start with Ben.
Yeah. Stars for for us all for jumping into a new system.
Yeah.
Rolling with it. Yeah. Stars for the collaborative world building
Mhm.
and the like. I don't know. It was very funny. Just like I don't know if it was making an image, but just like at some point we're like, oh yes, and our dad, the seer. I'm like, I feel like I could just write like a short story about these. This like like probably a little more fiasco than D&D, but yeah, stars. So yeah, stars for that. Wishes for um armor, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they also had
Yeah.
2 armor, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But I know I don't know. I kind of enjoy the like old school like like we rolled up characters for an hour and then we died in our first 10 minutes.
Like, oh, fighting
Like
these is bad. We should not do
yeah.
that.
Yeah. So yes, wishes for seeing some more systems and like also getting into like the weirdness of the world.
Mhm.
Because like I think I mentioned to you, Peter, like this is something I have a PDF of, and just like it's kind
Mm.
of like, oh, and like where's the like the gazetteer or like where's the world? And it's like, oh no, it's just like the character descriptions.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's the
oh,
character
okay.
classes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
36
Okay.
weird bonker ass character classes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's definitely a moment where I was just like, is there anyone who just like, I don't know, is a merchant in this world? Or it's like, but yeah. Yes. So yes, stars and wishes. I'll pass to Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put us uh mirroring that star for the world building and just how quickly we got to something very interesting.
Mhm.
It went from 0 to I will follow these characters really, really
Yeah.
fast. Um, and yeah, actually just a star for just the really hard battle. It was just kind of like, well, this is happening.
Mhm.
And there was almost a comic edge to like immediately making that series of errors that led to really nasty worm things coming after us.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll put a wish on like I mirroring the wanting to learn more about the mechanics, kind of explore more of the weirdness of the world. And like I want to get a better feel for what the game wants me to do, kind of like
Mm.
what sort of does that make yeah, like there's not a lot of mechanics in here, but it feels like there's a
Yeah.
lot or there are monsters in that. So it's like I want to find that groove with this game a bit more.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of along the lines of like just like exploring the weirdness and
yeah.
just trying not to die in the process.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And finding it's very OSRE in that like you can fight stuff you probably shouldn't
Mm.
like I think thinking along the lines of like how do we maybe not beat them but get out of here without getting killed that
Yeah.
doesn't involve fighting because fighting is not going to be the way to go.
Leads to dying. Yeah, so
Yeah.
probably explore getting into that groove a bit more would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for Stars and Wishes for me.
Oh, yeah. Stars to both y'all for jumping in with nothing at all and making something out of it and giving a brand new. This is the first time I've run it. There's no prep to do. So my plan was like see what characters you get and kind of build stuff from there. Pick a point on the map and roll up some random stuff. I rolled that was a random encounter by me just rolling on the list of monsters. And then so one of the things it does is like on a 6, it's poisoning food and water supplies. So like, oh great, you're traveling across the desert with a water witch. It's poisoning the water you find. And if you don't drink the water, they shoot you. Especially if they get called out. So yeah, it's a really good star for just jumping into something brand completely new and weird and just doing the thing. Yeah, my wish is for someone to build a better initiative tracker. I'm sure one exists out there already. Building it into a sheet would be fun. So I might play with that a little bit. I'm also sure someone has put together like a GM screen because the rules are kind of scattered a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like the damage tables are weird. It's like you roll, 1d6 for your damage, but then there's damage tables and different weapons do different amounts of damage depending on where you rolled. So some way to make that a little bit nicer. Maybe just put it on the sheet. I don't know. So that'll be a little fun project for me. Yeah, and I'm curious. I feel like things are going to get weirder the farther away you get from the Sultanate. So I'm gonna poke through the world a little bit and see if there's some like uh, not necessarily set pieces, but like a pool of things I can pull from to
Yeah.
flavor this in a certain direction.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think this is something we can kind of like pick up and jump into when we want, kind of like West March's style. So if Nick and or Heath want to jump in,
Yeah.
or someone else can't make it, I think it's easy to drop characters in and out and
And
see
we just
that part of the story.
stumble on a new character in the
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah. or if like someone wants the GM for a while, like I could just make him a character or just run
Yeah.
Gulick or whatever. Yeah, I literally just like rolled up Gulick as a character. Cool, there we go. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm curious to see more of the big weird world.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet?
Bye bye, internet.
Bye, internet. I'm not going to leave the meeting, and nope, I'm not going to end the meeting. I'm going to stop the live stream.